Right. Make sure everything looks good. Okay, I'm so excited to teach and practice with you guys this morning because it's been a few days since I hurt my toe. I tripped and fell at the car wash the other day. I'm going to do a little video about that, right? And I just feel like when we practice Yin Yoga regularly, so this involves the footwork, but if you were to say hurt your wrist or your elbow, your shoulder, your hip or something, I just feel like we bounce back quicker when we're practicing something that's targeting the joints of the body. And so it feels better. It doesn't look better, but it feels better for sure. I actually have some flexion in it. I thought it was broken, but I don't really think I did break it. So that's kind of my story. I just think this builds so much resiliency in our body. So today we're going to start laying on the blocks, okay? Because I want to open your chest first. So let's go ahead and lay back and get a really good stretch in your upper back, in your shoulders and chest. And if you want, you can bring your arms over your head and start to really get deeper into the underarms. And the lats are going to get a stretch here, all that tissue in the chest. But do what feels good with the arms. They could also be in a T shape, straight out to the sides of the room, or just sitting by the sides of your body. So this should feel really good on your upper spine, your thoracic, behind your chest. Okay, let's close the eyes and start to tune in. To your body and your breath. We're laying on the blocks. Good, now let's start with a nice big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale. Just letting go. Let your shoulders drop more. Let your arms and legs relax. Let your stomach hollow out a bit. Yeah. Now close your eyes, relax your forehead. Let those thoughts start to stream through the mind like clouds moving through the sky. Remember, they're not who you are. Just let them float right by. Beautiful. Relax your eyes, your temples, your eyelids. Good. Look inward at yourself with compassion. Self-compassion, self-care class today. That's why we come to class, is to bring ourselves back to center from wherever we might be right now. It might be really far away, or it might just be a little nudge. And it doesn't matter. Every time we practice, we're moving back to balance. Good. Relax your throat by swallowing and let the teeth part slightly, relaxing your tongue, relaxing your cheeks, relaxing the roof of your mouth, the sky of your body. Let's do our sky earth meditation. Let's imagine that there's a rain pouring from the roof of the mouth to the earth of the body, the pelvic floor. And imagine that rain is just starting to wash away any tension, any tightness or stress that you're experiencing right now, whether it's physical or mental. Use your imagination. It's a powerful tool. And let it be a downpour or a gentle sprinkle. We've had both here in North Carolina recently. Last night it was just coming down. This morning it's just really nice, sweet, soft rain, warm weather. So what is it that you need today? You need something strong to wash away what you don't need, or something soft and sweet? From the sky of your body, the roof of the mouth, to the pelvic floor, the earth of the body, right inside yourself. Beautiful meditation. Now let's bring the attention back up to the nose where the breath is flowing. Just sit there for a moment and feel the breath going in and out. Remember, this is your life force energy. And if you've ever been with someone that's taken their last breath, I have, with both of my parents, we know the impact of this breath. We know the power of it. This is truly our life force energy. It keeps us alive. So feel it right now. Is it heavy or light? Is it rough or smooth? Is it dry or moist today? Notice without judgment. Beautiful. Now we're going to begin our breathing practice. Let's softly begin to breathe into the belly. Let it expand, soften your belly muscles, and then breathe out, gently contract your belly muscles. Pull the belly back towards the spine. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, gently, belly contracts. And just continue like that, nice and slow. In and out through your nose. So I just want to say, I do have a Wednesday night class that I'm thinking about opening to the public. And I'm just curious to see if anyone here would be interested in a 7 p.m. Wednesday evening class. So after class, after I stop this recording, just let me know what you think. If you're watching this recording, you could always send me an email or shoot me a text to let me know your opinion. If you're interested in an evening class, which I don't have, that's the only one I have right now. And it is one of my private sessions that's associated with the private passes on Momo. So these are public classes that you guys are attending. So there's 2 separate passes, some for those private classes, some for the public classes. All right, now let's begin to breathe into the ribs. I want you to feel your ribs expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently relax. Breathe in, stretch your rib cage, stretching those intercostals. Breathe out, let go, and just feel the stretch there. So this is our long hold class today. That doesn't mean, if you read the description in Momo on this class or even on Zoom, it doesn't mean it's more advanced. It just means that you have to pay better attention to your edge, because if it gets strong, you need to back out because the poses will be held for long periods of time. Okay, so we're stretching the ribs, we're stretching the muscles between them. Now let's take the breath into the chest, feel the chest rise and fall with the inhales and exhales, opening up the heart center, love and compassion for yourself today. This is what it's about, right? And through my journey of yoga, I've really realized this self-love, it's not selfish, it's what our journey is all about, is learning to love ourselves, learning to take care of ourselves, learning to set boundaries with other people and do what's good for ourselves. And that's an example to others in our life, right? This is how we teach others to love us, is how we love ourselves. All right, let's take a full breath in, belly, ribs, chest, pause, empty chest, empty ribs, belly draws back, pause, continue. Filling bottom to top, nice and smooth, pause at the top, kambuka, empty top to bottom, belly draws back, squeeze the belly back. And just continue like that, nice and slow, filling and emptying like a glass. So we take the pause, that's called kambuka, so it's retaining the breath, right? Holding it for a moment. It's not a tough, strong, intense hold. It's a soft hold, like a wave that's just turning around out at sea and then rolling back into the shore. Doing the same thing at shore, it slowly turns around and rolls back out to sea, right? So let your breath be wave-like, and then stretch your arms up and over your head if you haven't done that yet. And I'm going to let you stay there for 1 more minute practicing your breath. Okay, nice, slow, steady breaths in and out through the nose. All right, now let's place the feet flat and roll off to the right if you can, letting your knees drop to the right. And just resting in fetal, because that was a long hold, right? So let your body rest on your side body. Feel the backbone of the upper back. And even if you just do that pose in your day sometime or in the morning or at night, just to reset the upper spine so you're not going to start slouching over, right? And it's just going to feel so good on your chest muscles. All right, let's make our way up to seated and sit up nice and straight. Come on, Daisy. Sit, sit. Good girl. And then bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head. Thank yourself for being here. Thank you, body. I love you just the way you are. Let's set an intention for this class. What is it that you need today? What got you in the room onto your mat to practice yoga today? Whether it's the live class or recorded, it doesn't matter. You're doing this work. So what do you need? What do you want out of your work, out of your dedication to your practice today? Set an intention. And then say thank you for what you're asking for. This is the law of attraction. Big part of this class is where the mind goes, right? Because where the mind goes, the energy flows. We want to be aware of that. Let's bring the hands to the forehead to touch. Thoughts will be there. They're not who you are. Just watch, be the witness to your thinking. And then bring the hands back to the heart center in prayer. Let's practice Om. Just one nice big Om. Breathe in. Om. Beautiful. Let's go to cats and cows and get that spine moving. So bring your blocks to the top of your mat. Come into table pose, hands and knees. Make sure your knees are hip distance on your blanket and your hands are flat under your shoulders. Fingers spread out like rays of sunshine. Now on the inhale, let your belly drop, tilt your tail up, lift your chin. On your breath out, you're going to round your back really high up to the sky. Tuck your tail under, squeeze your belly in, chin to chest. Good. Take your time here. Don't rush. Go back and forth. You can bend your elbows a little bit if that helps. Just feel the front and back of your spine stretching out. Way that feels good. This is the first time in cats and cows, so we can take a little longer to really stretch and move and see where we're starting from today. So we're going to start with thread the needle and dragon for our first little sequence, working on the extension of the hip. So let's bring the right arm up, place the right arm on the floor behind the left wrist. Now, I want you to move to a place that you enjoy, right? That you like, that it feels good. Even if it's a little hard, you might still feel it like, oh, it feels good. Like when someone's massaging you and it hurts a little bit, but you know it feels so good, right? It hurts so good. We don't want it to hurt, but we do want pressure. We want to be able to breathe and relax. All right, so your arm is against the floor with the palm up. Side of the head or face, something is touching the mat there. The hips are over the knees. So we don't want the hips floating too far forward because then we're going to be jamming into the shoulder joint. We don't want that. We want the pressure going down, not forward on the shoulder. All right, now if you need more, left arm can go up. You can thread it behind the back. And if you need less, you can use your hand in front of you for support. Okay, let's breathe. Nice, slow, steady breaths. So now it's time to practice dharana, concentration. And that leads to our dhyana, our meditation. So if you want better focus in your mind, if you want a calmer mind, do this work of witnessing, thinking, focusing on breathing. It works. Now we're going to hold it a little bit longer since this is our long hold class. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. And we're about halfway there right now. So just relax, let go. Feel the shoulders stretch. And in each pose, I want you to notice, where is the sensation? And then, like I said, where your mind goes, your energy flows. Take your breath there. Focus your mind on the sensation that's the strongest and breathe softly in and out of that space. This is self-healing. So according to dictionary.com, the word intention is a thing intended, an aim or plan. And then the second definition is, the medical definition of intention is the healing process of a wound. I'm doing quotes, a wound, right? And it can be physical or mental. It can be a spiritual wound, maybe from a past life, if you believe in that, right? We're coming to wholeness here. We're letting go of things that throw us off balance, whether it's an old thought, an injury, an illness, a disease. We're coming back to our truth that we are whole right here, right now. All right, now we are going to rewind. Left hand down, right arm up, and just stretch it up as high as you can. Feel the stretch, and then switch hands. I love doing this. It really opens up the rib cage. That's where I feel it mostly. So go in the other direction, left arm up. And then switch again. This time we'll step the right foot back. Okay, now we're gonna do this twice today. So we're gonna play a little bit today. Let's let that right arm fall back, let the head hang. Keep breathing. I don't want you guys, whoever's viewing this, to know where we're going, right? I want it to be a little bit of a surprise sometimes, so we don't get in a rut of, okay, we're going here next, and this is how this is supposed to feel. We want to play with the time holding, sequence, placement of postures. So what we're going to do here, stretch, 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 right? Arm can go over ear. Some of you might want to use circles with your top arm in each direction once or twice, just to see the range of motion today. So when you do get down, you're going to come to table, keeping your right foot behind you, right? Coming to the left knee, and then you're going to lift the right leg up. You can bend it or straighten it. I'm going to kick my plant. And then we're going to tuck the right knee behind the left. Okay, now this is going to be a short hold because we can't do long holds with every pose because then we would run out of time. So put a block under your seat. This is double outer rotation, just 3 minutes. All right. So find your edge. And relax. So we're starting with shoelace, and then from here, I'm going to take you back to side plank and then into our dragon. Just a little bit of extra little movements here and adding in some creative energy. Let's breathe. So if you're in the pose, it's easy, fold forward. If you're in the pose, it's hard, please sit on a block. You shouldn't be struggling just to sit, right? Put your block under your seat. It really does help to bring more ease into the pose. So if you're sitting straight up and it's hard, just breathe. That's all you need to do, is just breathe in and out. Deeply into your stomach, because that's where your emotions are. That's where your creativity is. And we want to get the breath down into the hip area. So keep taking those deep breaths, waking up the parasympathetic nervous system, right? This rest part of our nervous system that needs to be awake part of our life. We can't just live in the sympathetic nervous system, stressed out all the time, moving all the time, talking all the time, right? That ages us. We need this part of the nervous system to be awake and healthy. That's what Yin Yoga is for. That's what meditation's for. That's what sleep is for. But sleep can't just do it. This is conscious relaxation. Better than sleep. Now, if you're in the pose and you want a little side bend here, you're sitting up, don't do it if it's going to cause you to tighten up your legs, because we really want to relax the legs. But you can lean to your left, get a nice side stretch in your body. This is the only one we're going to do. Or if you prefer, you could do eagle with the left elbow on the bottom if you're really looking forward to this pose. But we're only going to do one because we don't have that much time. Okay, it's only 3 minutes. I want you to focus on your hips. We're halfway there. Keep breathing. You could also do Gomukhasana if that's something that you enjoy. Right hand between the shoulder blades, grab the right elbow with the left hand. And you could squeeze them all in if you prefer. But I'd like you to really meditate and breathe here. Concentrate. One more minute left. Just keep relaxing. This is a double outer rotation, so really like 6 minutes. When we get through the second side of this, you'll have 6 minutes in the outer rotation. Breathe in peace. Breathe out, relax. So intention, this is where you're saying to yourself, right? I'm breathing in peace. I'm breathing out what I don't need. Or I'm relaxing as I breathe out. Breathe in peace, breathe out, relax. Right? These words have energy. So think about the energy you want in your body. I want peace. I want love. I want joy. I want health. Right? I want strength. And flexibility, of course. 30 seconds. So we're going to rewind this. And if this isn't healthy for your knees, please feel free to bring the legs out in front and then come back to table. So remember how we got into this? We crawled back. So if you can, crawl back forward. It shouldn't be too hard. And then just bring your right leg back behind you again. Come back to your left knee. All right, this is where we were a moment ago. And then we'll step the right foot forward for dragon. So this is the pose that would have been really hard for me the other day. And I still don't think I can turn my toe under, but we're going to start with high dragon. So let's put a block in front of the left leg. And then blocks under the hands. And then lift up to our high dragon. Okay? All right. So front knee over front ankle. Back thighs at an angle. Remember, we step it forward, then we lean into it where the body stops. We use the prop to help us stay there so we don't go beyond our edge. Okay, it's going to be 3 minutes high and 3 low because it's a long hold. So we're going to hold it longer. We're skipping baby dragon. If you need baby, just lay over your thigh. Okay, keep on breathing wherever you are. Feel the stretch in the front of the left hip. That's the target of this pose. And then compression across the low back. But make sure it's not too strong. Your elbow can rest against your right thigh. You want to get quiet here, right? This is a quiet practice. Focus on your breath. So if you haven't met Daisy yet, that's Dazey. This is my Daisy from the shelter. She's staying with us for a while, or maybe forever. Yeah. She's working on her healing, right? Getting healthy and strong, right, Days? Hey, less than a minute, guys. Keep breathing. Okay. 30 seconds. Now we're going to make our way to that low dragon. So you can go to baby, just lay over the thigh, put your blocks inside your foot. Remember, you can put them on top of each other or sideways. And then bring your elbows down to the blocks. Walk your right foot out to the right a little bit to even out the pressure on your elbows. And let's stay here for 3 minutes. Find your breath. So this is extension of the hip, working hip flexors and quadriceps, stomach and spleen meridian, and maybe others as well. So try to close your eyes, focus on your breath, on your body right now for 2 more minutes. And breathing in peace, I'm relaxing as I exhale. One more minute. Remember, you can always go in or out a little bit. That's called playing your edge. You need more, you sink down further, maybe lower your blocks. You need less, you could always go back to baby dragon. That's a part of the self-care process, is to listen and honor what you're feeling. So working at a 5 and a scale of 1 to 10, every single pose. More is not better in this class. You'll get less if you go beyond your edge. All right, so that's our 6 minutes. So let's lean back into half splits. Take a little break here, laying over or leaning towards that front leg, letting the right leg relax. You don't have to lock it straight. You don't want to engage muscle, right? We want to relax and breathe. And then take the block and slip it inside the left foot and just sit there for a moment. See how the left quads feel. It's the same pose you were just in, right? We're stretching the same area of the body. The top of the left thigh, quad stretch. Breathe. Top of the foot is opening now. Back of the right leg. You can turn your left knee out if that feels okay, or slide your right leg away. Another 3-minute hold. Let's breathe. So remember, long holds means long for each individual person. So 3 high, 3 low, that can feel long for someone that doesn't come regularly or has a tighter body, right? So we're slipping in the shorter holds in between. But we're getting a really good stretch in the top of the foot, the knee, the quads, and maybe the back of the right leg. You could put a block behind your right knee, whether you're on the block or the floor. You could lean to the right to take pressure off that left foot and thigh. Or if you want more, lean between the legs or over the right leg. So it's all up to your body, right? Not your ego, not your mind. Just keep breathing. 3 minutes. Remember, muscle relaxes, joint gets healthy and strong. You could prop your forehead on a block as well if you needed some support for your neck. That's just if you're folding forward. If you're sitting up, you're welcome to do neck rolls, maybe letting your chin lead the way in circles nice and slow in each direction a couple times. Free to roll your shoulders and backward circles a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to lean to the right. We're going to grab a hold of the left ankle and stretch both legs out in front. And just let your legs relax out in front of you. And notice how that left leg feels compared to the right. Just relax. Don't panic because you're feeling something. Just breathe, take some deep breaths, let the energy flush through you. Good, little bumblebee breath, right? Nada Brahma. So let's place the feet flat, let the knees tip side to side, nice and slow. And then we'll take our reverse table, hands and feet flat, lift and squeeze. Good. Squeeze your butt. Push your hands and feet down. Lock your arms. Drop your head back if you can. Keep breathing. You could always do bridge as an alternative in that one. Good. Shake your hands up. Get the tension out of the wrists. Roll the shoulders backwards. Good. Now let's take a cleansing breath. In through the nose, out with the side through the mouth. Breathe in. Now let's do one humming meditation, one Nada Brahma, bumblebee breath. Jonathan Goldman, who wrote the book that we've been studying, this Secrets of Sound Healing, he just put out a new book all about the power of humming. Okay, so let's try it. Breathe in. And I know once I start humming, you might not be able to hear anything, right? But keep going when it starts all the way until you run out of breath. That's just the sound on Zoom. All right, good job. Let's begin again. Hands and knees, cats and cows, same sequence, second side. So notice that we got in our outer rotation, our extension, and then an inner rotation and a flexion, all with those three poses. So keep breathing in and out, nice and slow. Good, side to side. Really do what feels good today. What feels right. Nice. Now let's get into thread the needle, second side. Left arm up. Left arm on the floor behind the right wrist. Hips over knees. So you're not jamming into your shoulder. You're just going down with the upper body weight into the left shoulder and arm. Left side of the face or head. Now remember, this is 3 minutes, a little bit longer than usual. For our long hold class, let's relax and breathe. Let your body go. Keep the breath steady and then notice, how does it feel? Do I need more or less to be at a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10? If you need more, right arm can go up and behind the back. If you need less, use the hand in front of you for support or maybe a blanket underneath the side of your head. But don't distract yourself and move because you want to move. Move because you have to. All right, let's breathe. Be the witness to your thinking. Breath is different when you're twisting. Okay, now right hand down. You're going to sweep your left arm up and stay there and breathe. moving to your edge, right? Feeling that sweet discomfort. And then let's slowly move like we're underwater into the other side. Left hand down, right hand up. Feel the stretch in the other direction. In the rib cage, where do you feel it? Your shoulder, your chest. Keep your neck in neutral. Keep it relaxed. And then we'll switch one more time. Right hand down, left hand up. And this time the left foot steps back. Okay, so get into your second side plank. And feel the stretch. Remember, you can let your arm fall back. It can go over your head. Or you're welcome to do circles with your arms slowly in each direction. Really letting gravity do the work as you roll your arm or let it hang. Feel the left side of the neck this time, getting a good stretch by letting the head rather dangle. Really feeling into the body today, right? Letting the sensations bring us into the present. Feel the breath making the mind-body connection. Good. Now, as you come down, keep the left foot behind you. Just come to table, and then lift the left leg, bend the knee, and tuck the left knee behind the right. Spread your feet, crawl back, sitting on a block or the mat. All right, so get into the pose. I close my eyes a lot when I practice just because it helps me to not be distracted by what's going on around me. So we want to feel what's going on right now, right? Do I need more or less? Am I really struggling? So you might need to put that block under your seat, or maybe 2 blocks even. You could put them side by side to create something that might feel more stable, right? Or even sideways like this for a medium level. Okay? And then let's relax the legs. So if you need more, you simply lean forward. That's going to create more stretch in the outside of the hips. So this is outer rotation, 3 minutes. Nice steady breaths. Now this time, if you want to take a side bend, if you're seated, right, you can lean to your right, because your right knee's on top. So do what feels good. Keep breathing slowly in and out. So I woke up at about 3:30, I think it was, in the morning. I could have sworn I heard voices. It sounded like 2 people talking. And I didn't know if I heard it in my sleep, but I thought I woke up and listened and could still hear it. So I freaked out. So I went around, I turned lights on, I opened the window because I'm on the 2nd level, and I looked out, nothing. And then when I went back to bed and I laid down, you know what it was? It was Daisy's snoring that I was hearing. She snores. That little girl has she makes funny noises when she sleeps. Her nose sometimes makes funny. I think it's because she's just getting healthy. You know, when we're not well, we don't sleep soundly, right? And so hopefully the medicine that she's on is going to help her to sleep better and not snore and not have all those issues. It was pretty funny. When I realized what it was, I was like, wow, that was crazy, because it sounded like voices. 2 people talking. It was really weird. Remember, you can add the eagle here, right elbow under left, palms face each other. Use your breath. You could also add the Gomukhasana, right, where you pat yourself in the back and grab the left elbow. So whatever feels good, just go through any of those poses, stay as long as you like in any of them, or skip them all and just stay still and breathe. more. Remember how we're going to come out of this. We can roll forward back to table. But if that's too strong, go ahead and just bring that right leg back behind you and come into your table that way. Okay? And then you're going to bring the left leg back into, you're on your right knee now. Once you're in table, left leg extends back, left foot steps forward. Okay, dragon pose, 6 minutes. So let's let the hips lean into it. Put a block in front of your back leg. And get blocks under your hands so you can lift your chest up. Good, get your hips square to the top of the mat. Front knee over front ankle, so your blocks are just there for balance, right, under your hands. All right, 3 minutes starting now. 3 high, 3 low. So it's stronger when you're holding this pose for 3. So please honor your body. Go forward if it gets too strong. Lean back if you need more. Nice steady breaths. So now we're stretching the front of the right hip. Compressing the lower back. Remember, compression is one way to get tension and stress out of the body too. And to improve flexibility, range of motion. But it shouldn't hurt, right? It shouldn't be so strong you can't breathe or stay still. Your left elbow could be on your left thigh if you prefer. We're halfway through this one. Keep breathing. Now maybe some shoulder rolls or again, some neck work in each pose. Turning your head slowly side to side if you like. You could let your head fall back and lift your chin to the sky to help improve the range of motion in this direction of your neck, which is like a back bend for your neck, right? Dropping the ear towards each shoulder is another option. All right, let's lean forward, putting the blocks inside the foot, elbows on the blocks. Walk your left foot out to the left a little bit if you'd like. Let's breathe. So make sure you're not tightening your shoulders or your jaw. Try to breathe into your belly with each pose. One more minute to go. Good. Now slowly straighten your arms, pull your hips back, and bow over your left leg. See how you feel. Good. Half splits. Keep breathing. Let your head hang, stretching out the back of the neck in that opposite direction, like a forward fold. Remember, it's all connected from the neck to the heel. Okay, let's take a block, place it inside your back foot. Now remember, you could do 2 blocks on top of each other. And sit on 2 blocks if you need less pressure on your foot, knee, or hip. Some people can sit right directly on the floor, but it's not a goal-oriented class, right? We're trying to get to where it feels right for us, not compared to others. That's not going to get you very far, right? With this practice, we want to relax the muscle, maybe a block behind the left knee, and we'll stay here for 3 minutes. Okay, let's keep breathing. Nice, steady breaths. So let the muscles relax. You might need to lean a little to the left to take the pressure off. What feels good? You could lean forward for more using blocks under your elbows, or you could lean over the left leg for a deeper forward fold. Remember to scan your body, notice where you might be holding, and watch where the thoughts are going. That's your intention. That's what you get out of the practice. So your goal, purpose, or aim is your intention. It's something you mean to do, whether you pull it off or not. When a father asks his daughter's boyfriend, "What are your intentions?" that means something specific. What does he want to marry her, right? So we want to move, breathe, act, live with intention. This is why I'm doing this. This is awareness. We're living consciously, not unconsciously. Setting and living your intentions allows you to focus on who you are in the moment, to recognize and live your values, and to raise your emotional energy, which in turn raises your physical energy. Intentions give you purpose as well as the inspiration and motivation to achieve your purpose. Good work, everyone. Just a nice 3-minute hold there. Let's lean to the left if you can, grabbing your right ankle. Just come out slowly, being extra careful with your right knee. Let your legs extend out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit if you can. Place your feet flat. Let your knees tip side to side, nice and slow. And then we'll take our second reverse table. Remember, you can always do bridge pose if you like. If you prefer, hands flat, hip distant, shoulder width, hip distance, lift and squeeze. Keep breathing. When you come down, shake out your hands again. Roll your shoulders around, move your head side to side. What feels good? All right. We're going to do an Om and a Nada Brahma breath. Breathe in for an Om, or not an Om, rather, a healing breath, right? Let's breathe in, out through the mouth. Then we're going to do a Nada Brahma. Breathe in, hum. Good, feel the vibrations of that sound. Good, we're gonna hop into frog next. Let's come forward. Since we already did a half frog, it might feel a little easier today. So put the blocks in front of you. Put a block at the top of the mat. So maybe your blocks under you are stacked like this or sideways. Or maybe you just have one block under you. If it's sideways, that's fine, or one flat for those of you that don't need as much support. And let's do a couple cows and cats first, just moving around a little bit, up and down, side to side, whatever feels good on your spine. Good. Now place your elbows where your hands were, slide the knees apart on the blanket, let your body rest against the blocks. And then your forehead is against the other block. So keep your hips, please, if you can, between your knees. You'll get a much better stretch in the adductors, in the inner thigh tissue, and stimulate the stomach or the kidney and liver lines in the inner thighs. Now you can adjust your feet. Remember, we just did 3 minutes in an ankle stretch in our half frog. So maybe flexing your feet might feel good. Keep them pointed if that feels better. All right, let's stay for 6 minutes on top of the 3 on each side, right? Let's keep breathing. Good, nice steady breaths. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. That's the first minute. Hopefully you're nice and still by now, quiet, taking your smooth breaths in and out, whatever feels comfortable with your breathing, letting your muscles relax. Good. Sweet discomfort doesn't mean pain. It doesn't mean stress or strain. Nice steady breaths. So this is our inner rotation, just like half frog, except for just taking it to the next level. So gravity is pushing the hips down, right? So we support ourselves in a place that feels good, where we can relax and breathe. Breathing in peace, relax with each exhale, a little bit deeper in your mind, in your body, letting go of holding. What is your intention today in this pose? So we're waking up the groin here too, stimulating flow through the pelvic floor, which means the root chakra is waking up. This is our grounded pose, really working on that earth chakra here at the base of the spine. This is the first chakra that's developed when you're still in the womb. It's called the foundational chakra because all the other chakras develop on top of this one. And if this one is not steady, stable, in balance, the other ones can't be either. So this is a really good pose for groundedness and for chakra stability. Okay, we're more than halfway. Keep breathing. Remember, you can separate your feet if you need more, but no wider than the knees with the heels. You could point your toes and bring the feet closer for less pressure. Good. Watch your thoughts. Just be the witness. Remember, you're not your thinking. Feel the breath below the nose. Let that be your anchor to the present. Good. Just relax. One more minute to go here. So this gives us a total of 9 in our inner rotation postures today. All right, let's move the blocks. Crawl forward to the belly and relax and breathe. Stretching your legs behind you slowly and gently. Let your body rest, turning your head to one side. Maybe your hands are under your head or by your side body, palms up. Do what feels best. Keep breathing. Good. Now prop yourself up on your elbows. we're going to get into our Sphinx pose here. So you can rock your hips side to side if that feels good. You could let your head dangle to stretch the back of the neck. In the forward fold action, the cervical spine. Try to pull your shoulders away from your jawline, back towards the back of your mat if you can. And then maybe rocking the chin like a slow motion pendulum. Good. What feels good? Ear towards shoulder. Just letting it hang and being still. All right, let's flatten out the hands. And if you'd like to go deeper, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, and lift your elbows. This is an option. Another option to make it a little bit stronger would just be to put the elbows on blocks instead of lifting all the way up. Maybe placing a block under each elbow, under the shoulder, and just hanging there in a higher form of Sphinx. So which option fits your body where it is? That's what matters. So this is another compression like in our high dragon for the low back. Please be careful. Lift your ribs out of your waist. Don't just go up and lock your arms and hang there, right? This is an active posture. So you're pushing your hands down. You're pushing the tops of the feet down, squeezing the butt, tail down, lifting ribs, chest, and maybe chin. Okay, when you're done, you go down, turn your head the other way, and just relax and breathe. Okay, we're going to come on up to table. We're going to sit on the feet just for a few moments because we've already done quite a bit of ankle stretching. So if you need a block to do this, go ahead, slip a block between your feet. We're going to go into forward fold to counter those back bends in just a moment. All right, find your edge. Where does it feel like sweet discomfort right now? Maybe it's sitting directly on the feet, which I'm not going to do because my foot is pretty black and blue today. I don't know if you can see that, but I just realized, and it's funny that it doesn't really hurt anymore, but it's really black and blue all over the top of it. So I definitely stressed it, you know, but if we're just practicing, body's going to heal itself anyway. Body heals itself no matter what, even if you're not practicing yoga. You just have to get out of your own way. And then eat healthy, drink water, right? Get enough sleep, all those things, you know. Okay, those of you sitting directly on the feet, you can lean back. Maybe your knees come off your mat today. Nice, steady breaths. So this is the ankle stretch. This is what we did, except for a little bit more extreme here. I don't know. Depends on how far you went in your half frog. So let's do the opposite. We're going to lean forward and then curl the toes under and then start to crawl back. So remember, you can stay where I am. This is as far as I can go today. I just want to be careful. You know, I could always do one foot, right, and go back as far as I normally do, but it's very strong when you're only doing 1 foot at a time. So please be careful. Don't get ahead of yourself. Stay where you need to be. You can always put your hands on your legs if you are sitting on both feet with the toes under, if you need more pressure. You find your edge. Do a wrist stretch if you're down with me, turning your fingers back, placing the wrist of the base of the palm on the floor, really stretching the forearms out. You can pull your shoulders back to make it stronger. And then I like to do the other way too. So now the back of my hand is on the floor, fingers pointing back, palm up. That's really intense, for me anyway. So this is all that carpal tunnel stuff, right? All right, now we're gonna lift into a little squat, right? And then just hang out here for a few breaths. Make sure you're breathing. And then we're gonna get into a fun standing sequence now. You can let your head hang here, right? You could be up on your fingertips or leaning all the way down. We're going to go ahead and roll up to standing for the first part of our pose. So get your feet hip distance. Remember, hip distance means that your feet are even, facing forward. And in Bikram, they do 2 fist distance, side by side, inside the feet, just to measure. So if that helps, you don't want your feet wide or sloppy, right? We want a nice straight foot forward. Bend the knees go track over the feet, right? So the knees are going forward, elbows on knees, 2 minutes. So we're going to poses here to finish up our class forward fold and squatting, right? So feel your breath, stretching your hamstrings. We got a little preparation for this in half frog. Now you can let your head dangle, shaking it yes and no if you'd like. Keep breathing. Weight can come forward into the feet or back towards the heels. Good, nice steady breaths. So these instincts, this intuition I talk about, right? Setting intention. I mean, our energy is real, right? We are made of energy. Our thoughts are energy. So where your mind goes, your energy flows. So these are really just learning to come back to our instinctual way of living, right? Just like the dog doesn't eat because she doesn't feel good this morning. I could tell. So she didn't eat. Usually she is like a maniac, scarfing her food down really fast, right? But she's instinctually knowing, oh, my stomach's upset, I'm not going to eat. So we can get back to that place where we can instinctually know what to do, who to trust, who not to trust, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all really instinctual if we just get back to our roots. We have 30 seconds here. Keep breathing. So the first part of that is just to be the witness to your thinking, to watch your mind. Where do my thoughts go? And come back to the breath again and again. Come back to your breath. This is the present, right? This is where all the magic happens. Life, love, intention, intuition. It's not in your head, it's in the present. Now we're going to turn the feet out for a squat. So I'm going to turn this way just so you can see. So just turn your toes out, but separate your feet too, right? And your heels are at an angle, so when your knees come down, they're tracking over your feet. Now you can take a block and put it underneath your seat for support. Elbows inside knees, push the knees open, hands in prayer. So, right, this is just an example of what it could look like or for someone, but it doesn't mean you're going to look this way. So your heels might still be off the floor, and that's very typical. Use the block and then try to relax and find the placement for your feet where your heels can slowly, gradually start going down. Okay, so we're going to do 1 minute in each of our squats, just giving you time to kind of feel into it, take your time, find your place. And then we'll go back to our second version, our second variation or second round really of standing forward fold. So go ahead, come back up, get your feet even, elbows on the knees, let the body come down. So remember, you can hang here. You can use a block on top of your thighs and hang. So there's a block there. You can't see it. There it is. Right? Or you could just let your back dangle and hold opposite elbows, right? Do what feels good. 90 seconds. Keep breathing. Nice, steady breaths. You can shake your head yes and no as long as your neck feels okay. You're not dizzy at all. Keep breathing. These little sequences go by fast because they're only 2 minutes each. Maybe roll your shoulders around, do what feels good, straighten your legs more or less. Just 30 more seconds, second round here. Turn your feet out. Let your hips come down. Second round or third round of our squat. Or second round of our squat. All right, 1 minute. Take your time though, right? Because I've just done this so many times that I can just drop into it quickly, but give yourself time to try different angles of the feet and look and make sure your knees are tracking with your ankles so the knees are safe. Tracking with the toes rather. And try like maybe bringing your shoulders or your triceps inside the knees to push open instead of the elbows. Right? Just let your body be where it needs to be and breathe. Help it to relax and open in this direction. So frog helps with this, right? Feeling the inner thighs already nice and open from our full frog pose. So a few more breaths and we'll get into our last round. So this is called Malasana or garland pose. It's so good for your lower back. It'll really stretch your back out. And if you ever go to India, you'll be able to use their toilets if you can do this pose. Let's go ahead, come up, get into our third and final round of the standing forward fold. Elbows on knees, what feels good. Keep breathing. Let your head hang. Beautiful, nice steady breaths. One more minute. Good, 30 seconds. So maybe it's the tops of your thighs and you're feeling intensity there. That means they're getting stronger. Feel your spine getting longer, right? Try to keep it long in this pose and loose. This is dangling pose, trying to dangle the spine from the hips. Easier said than done. So last round, we're going to turn the toes out, get into our final yoga squat, our Malasana or garland pose. Nice steady breaths. Okay, just 1 minute. All right. Now we're going to come forward. We're going to come up first to standing. Woo. Maybe shake the legs a little bit, right? Kick yourself in the butt. Just to stretch those quads. And then let's come forward to child's pose. Sitting back on your heels, bowing to your beautiful self, close your eyes and notice how your entire body feels now. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, let's roll ourselves up to seated. Come to seated meditation pose. I don't know about you, but I can feel that in my thighs. Feel the vibration of your body. Everything is vibration, right? We learned this from Jonathan Goleman's book. So let's roll the shoulders again. Do what feels good, maybe turning the head side to side a little. All right, we're going to take a nice cleansing breath and then one more humming meditation breath. Breathe in. Ah. Okay, let's hum. Breathe in. Beautiful. Take the blocks behind you. We're going to end the same way we started with this beautiful opening for your heart. Lay back on your blocks, support your neck. Let your legs relax, whatever feels best for your legs and arms. They can be by your sides to a T or even stretched over your head again. Do what feels appropriate for your body right now so you can relax. So this is stillness. This is Shavasana. Don't go too far, too fast, right? This is our journey of yin, is moderation. So close your eyes and see if you can relax your entire body where you've chosen to be. And if you can't, make your adjustments. Now let's swallow, relax the throat. Good, let your eyes soften as they sink back towards the earth. And then let your forehead relax completely. I am not my thoughts. Those are just thoughts coming and going. I can shift my attention back to the roof of my mouth, the sky of my body. Feeling the tingling, the energy there. And then once again, rain falling from the sky to the earth of your body. If there's anything left that needs to be purified, it needs to be healed, see it happening. Let this energy flow from the roof of the mouth to the pelvic floor. Just like a wave washing away what you don't need. See that energy flushing through your body. So we're going to slowly begin to lengthen each breath. without moving, just breathing into your belly, breathing out, relax, and feel all the space you've created today. And I want you to say thank you for this space inside of my mind, my body, and heart, where love and healing and creativity can flow now. New thoughts, new ways of seeing myself and others, the world, and the possibilities of my life. Thank you for this space. Now skim the thumbs across your fingertips and stretch your arms up and over your head if it feels good. Let your body rest. And then when you're ready, slide your feet flat and roll to the left if you can. And rest on the side of your body. Another long back bend here for your thoracic spine. Notice yourself today standing up straighter. Now make your way up to seated when you're ready with your hands at your heart center again. Anjali Mudra, the hand position of Namaste or prayer. 1-to-1, yin and yang. And then bow your head. Thank yourself for being here, for taking this time to practice self-care, self-compassion, and intention. Let's seal it in with an Om. Breathe in. Om. The light in me bows to the beautiful light within you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.